You spent 20 minutes drilling alphabet flashcards this morning. Your 4-year-old got 3 letters right, then melted down over snack. And you thought, why is this so hard? Are they behind? But here's what you didn't know. Those flashcards aren't building their brain. They're actually rewiring it to resist learning. And before age 6, what your child desperately needs isn't more practice. It's something you've been accidentally starving them of. And now, I'm about to show you exactly how it builds your child's brain in ways flashcards never will. Think about the last time someone stood over your shoulder watching you work. Your brain probably froze, right? That's exactly what flashcards do to your 4-year-old's brain. Flashcards often trigger a stress response. When a child feels pressured, their brain releases cortisol. And here's the biological reality. Cortisol literally blocks access to the thinking part of the brain. It puts them in survival mode, not learning mode. And here's what makes this so insidious. Sometimes they do memorize the answers. They parrot back, A is for apple, or count to 10. You think, see, it's working. But memorization isn't understanding. Memorization is surface-level storage. Isolated facts your child can recall under the right conditions. Learning is deep neural wiring that connects information across the whole brain, linking movement, emotion, language, and experience into true understanding. And before age 6, your child's brain simply isn't ready for the isolated, abstract, sit still and focus work that flashcards require. Let me show you exactly what I mean. 2 parents, both trying to teach their 4-year-old numbers. Parent A sits at the kitchen table, flashcards spread out. What number is this? Silence. Try again. The child's eyes dart to the door. No, look closer. Tears start. We're almost done, just 3 more. The child slides under the table. 6 months later, child still can't count reliably. Tenses up when asked anything about numbers. Says, I'm bad at counting. Parent B is climbing stairs with laundry. 1, 2, 3. You're counting with me. How many more to the top? At snack time. You want crackers? Show me with your fingers how many. The child holds up 3 fingers, beaming. 3 crackers coming up. 6 months later, child counts spontaneously, finds numbers everywhere, asks which pile has more, builds math confidence naturally. What's the difference? Parent B's child learned through relationship, movement, exploration. Their brain wasn't performing, it was playing. And play is the only language the developing brain truly understands. And if you're parent A right now, I need you to hear this. You are not a bad parent. You are doing exactly what you thought was right, what you were told was right, and now you know something different. That's not failure, that's growth. So why does connection work when flashcards fail? It all comes down to 3 things happening in your child's brain right now. 3 things are happening in your child's brain right now that explain everything. First, the thinking brain is under construction. Picture your 3-year-old at dinner. You ask them to eat 3 more bites, then clear your plate, then go wash hands. They stare at you blankly. You repeat it. They do one thing and forget the rest. Here's why. The part of the brain that holds multi-step instructions, the prefrontal cortex, is barely wired yet. It doesn't fully mature until their 20s, and before age 6, it is easily overwhelmed. Flashcards require heavy lifting from this exact part of the brain. They demand, sit still, ignore impulses, focus on this abstract symbol. You're not failing. You're just asking their brain to do something it literally isn't built to handle yet. Second, the guard dog is in charge. While the thinking brain is still being built, the emotional brain, the limbic system, is fully active. Think of it like a guard dog. When the guard dog feels safe, it sleeps, and the brain is open to learning. But the moment the guard dog senses stress, like the pressure to perform or a parent's frustration, it starts barking. And when the guard dog barks, the thinking brain locks the doors. This is why your child freezes when you ask, "What letter is this?" Your child's brain registers the pressure as a threat. The guard dog barks, the learning door slams shut. But when you're on the floor building blocks, laughing and narrating what you're doing, the guard dog is asleep, the door is wide open, and learning flows. Third, neural pathways, formed through experience, not drills. Before age 6, your child's brain is forming over 1 million new connections every single second. But those connections don't form through isolated drills, they form through sensory experience. When they pour water back and forth, that's not a mess, that's physics and volume. When they pretend to be a doctor, that's not just cute, that's empathy and sequencing. When they stack blocks until they fall, that's problem solving and grit. Every single academic skill you're worried about starts here, in play. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need to force these skills. You just need to create the conditions where their brain can wire itself naturally. Which brings us to the practical question. How do you actually create those conditions? I'm about to give you 6 things, but stay with me because you're probably already doing 3 of them without realizing they're the most important work you could be doing. Before anything else works, your child needs 2 things. And if you get just these 2 right, everything else becomes easier. Pillar 1, emotional safety. I am safe. Your child's nervous system is the foundation of everything else. Safety opens learning. Stress slams it shut. What does this look like in real life? Imagine your child struggling with a puzzle. They can't make the piece fit. They're getting upset. Old way. Just try harder. Look, it goes here. You take the piece and force it in. Your child crosses their arms and refuses to try again. New way. You're working so hard. It's tricky, isn't it? Take a breath. Want to try together? Your child nods, takes a breath, and reaches for a different piece. Same puzzle, same child. Different nervous system state, different outcome. It's validation before correction. That's the first pillar. Pillar 2, attunement. I am seen. Attunement is the magic ingredient most parents overlook. It's eye contact. It's mirroring their excitement. It's being present for 10 seconds instead of distracted for 10 minutes. When a child feels truly seen, their brain releases oxytocin, which strengthens attachment and fuels curiosity. When your child runs up and says, "Look what I made," you stop, kneel down, look them in the eyes, and say, "Tell me about it." That 15-second interaction just wired their brain for confidence and communication. 15 seconds of presence. That's the second pillar. Once that foundation is solid, 3 daily practices wire the learning brain naturally. Pillar 3, curious play. I can explore. Play isn't a break from learning. Play is learning. Your job isn't to teach during play. It's to stay nearby and let them lead. You're stacking those really high. I wonder what will happen if you add one more. Curiosity without pressure. Pillar 4, natural language. I can communicate. Talk, don't teach. You're making dinner. Your 3-year-old wanders over. Instead of go play, you say, "I'm chopping carrots for dinner." Chop, chop, chop. Want to count the pieces? Ask open-ended questions. What do you notice? What do you think happens next? Use rich vocabulary naturally. That bird is enormous. Look at its vibrant feathers. Every conversation is wiring language pathways. And language isn't just words, it's thinking. Immersion over instruction. Pillar 5, identity shaping. I am capable. The words you use right now are shaping how your child sees themselves. Instead of "good job," try "you worked really hard on that." Instead of "you're so smart," try "you kept trying even when it was hard." You couldn't reach that shelf, so you pushed the stool over. That's good thinking. Effort-based praise wires resilience. And all of this happens inside one simple container. Pillar 6, predictable rhythms. I can trust my world. Young brains crave predictability. Routines are nervous system anchors. Morning patterns, mealtime rhythms, bedtime sequences. And it means slowing down. Overstimulation overwhelms the developing brain. Try this tomorrow. Slow your morning by 10 minutes. Let your child move at their pace. Give transition warnings. In 2 minutes, we're putting on shoes. Watch how much calmer they are. Watch how much more they cooperate. Calm presence creates the space where all 5 other pillars can flourish. At this point, you might be feeling a knot in your stomach. Because if connection matters this much, what about all those mornings you were distracted? What about the flashcards you already bought? Let me address the 3 questions I hear most often. Won't my child fall behind? I'm going to be really honest with you. I've worked with hundreds of families, and I felt this panic myself. When my daughter was 3 and her cousin was reading sight words, that "what if I'm screwing this up" knot in my chest was very real. Here's what I didn't understand then. There are 2 types of ahead. There's performance ahead, where a 4-year-old can recite the alphabet but melts down when the routine changes. And there's foundation ahead, where a child might not know letters yet, but they can regulate their emotions, try hard things, and ask curious questions. By age 8, the foundation ahead kids aren't just caught up academically. They're the ones raising their hands, loving challenges, and believing they can figure things out. A landmark study by psychologist Rebecca Marcone followed hundreds of children from preschool all the way to 4th grade. The results were shocking. The children who were drilled academically in preschool actually earned lower grades by the end of elementary school compared to the kids who learned through play. The play-based kids weren't just better socially. They were better at reading and math too. You're not letting your child fall behind. You're giving them a running start. But my child likes flashcards. Then use them as a game. Just don't make them the foundation. If they're asking for flashcards, great. If they resist, that's your answer. When should I teach ABCs? When they show interest. Not when you feel pressure, because forced learning creates resistance. Curious learning creates lifelong learners. So here's the truth. That moment this morning when your child pushed away the flashcards, that wasn't failure. That was their brain telling you exactly what it needed. Safety, connection, curiosity, language, identity, calm. You haven't been doing it wrong. You've been doing your best with what you knew. And now you know something different. You don't have to do all 6 pillars perfectly. You just have to show up with presence. That's what wires the learning brain. But here's what nobody tells you. Your child finishes a puzzle. You say, "Good job. You're so smart." They try to climb the monkey bars, hesitate, and climb down. You say, "That's okay, maybe next time." They bring you a drawing. You say, "Wow, that's perfect." These phrases feel loving, encouraging, like you're building them up. But each one is quietly teaching your child that their worth depends on being smart, that trying hard things isn't safe, and that mistakes mean failure. 5 everyday habits, all undermining the foundation you just built. I break down exactly what's happening and what to say instead in the video on screen. Because building your child up means nothing if you're accidentally tearing them down at the same time. I'll see you there.